What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I'm back with another video. And I went to Modell's today and I got me a company jock strap just in case, man, this certain, Joker cross paths. I don't have to worry about this right here.
Fucking dude, I grabbed this nigga dick. Yeah, I grabbed it all. Hand full of dick and balls. Goddamn right. Grab that shit. I had.
Just in case we ever cross paths, I ain't gotta worry about that Joker squeezing. I ain't gotta worry about that. Trying to squeeze my penis and nothing, man. Trying to arouse me sexually, anything like that. I don't have to worry about that, man. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But anyway, I want you guys to hear my new theme song. Let me know what you guys think about this, man. I got some talented supporters, man. Check it out. It's my theme song. Appreciate it, bro. Went out his way to make this for me.
You are a fucking drone. Damn, I'm putting that Dave your ass. Damn, I'm putting that fucking exposed. Damn, I'm putting that PlayStation 4, you don't need to be connected online to play. $399. PlayStation 4, you don't need to be connected online to play. $399. Dude, I grabbed this nigga dick. Yeah, I grabbed it all. Hand full of dick and balls. Goddamn right. Grab that shit. I had no
Anyway. Appreciate it, man. DJ Confusion, appreciate it, man. God bless, man. I got real supporters. But anyway, on to today's video, man. You know what I mean? And like I said, you guys say, what, Next Gen, you wasn't as broad. Like, listen, what I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of screaming. And man, Joker down there, and he down there in GA somewhere. I'm up here in Jersey. But like I said, you guys follow me on Twitter, Zaire 2005, and I made the, a round trip ticket on me, my dollar. You know what I mean? Let me know what it is. Give me information. I ain't gonna send you no cash. Give me your information, and buy you whatever you don't know what bank. Like I said, that's a we gonna do that. That's what are you about 600-700? That's a buck. You know what I mean? That's a buck. That's a buck right there too. It's a 50 up top. So don't say I ain't got it, but that's another buck. You know what I mean? This another buck right here too, 250. Like I said, whatever the case may be. This is another buck right here. Like I said, all you got to do is this is about 3 right here. Well, no, that's about 240. Anyway, fuck it, the bank, man. Like I said, all you got to do is get at me. I sent you several messages over Twitter. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I ain't with all this arguing and screaming and like you right, it's crazy. You go way down in the GA, you turn into Hulk Hogan. They cut the chocolate chip cookie face. That was cute. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, I ain't gonna be doing, like I said, you got my offer. If you said you wanna, hey, look, take it as a vacation. My dollar. Just come holler at me, man. We can, what I mean? At the end of the day, man. But I just bought me a jock strap just because I don't have to, I don't have to go through that again, man. Joke crazy. That's what I ain't never. Listen, I didn't get into a mini skirt. That ain't never crossed my mind. Never.
fucking dude, I grabbed this nigga dick. Yeah, I grabbed it all. Hand full of dick and balls. Goddamn right.
That ain't never crossed my mind. But anyway, on to today's video, man. Microsoft came out. Like I said, a lot of you guys been, and this is real well put. Well put. They didn't take a stab at Sony, but they could. I mean, everybody's saying that, why pay $500 for the Xbox One and it's 30 and 40% weaker than the PlayStation 4 and yada yada yada. So Microsoft came out today and said Microsoft Pinello, that's the head guy with the hardware department. No way is the Xbox giving up 30% in power advantage to the PlayStation 4. You know what I mean? Like, check this shit out. Like I told you guys before, maybe, like I told you guys that Microsoft has the best software. Well, let me let you hear that. Like I said, when I said it, you guys accused me of being a pony and, sorry, not a pony, you accused me of being the Xbox and a fanboy.
It's a brand new season. Premiering September 9th.
They accused me of being a pony and a, I'm not pony, Xbox fanatic and all this stuff. Check it out. Said most of the focus in this console war between, yeah, you guys said I can't read. Let's see what I can work with, right? Said much of the focus in the console war between the PS4 and the Xbox One has been perceived power advantage to Sony's console has been over the Microsoft. Following a published interview with, Adam Sandler, Rev 3 Games, Thursday, Microsoft Director of Product Albert Pinello explained why there is no way the company is willing to give the competition a huge performance advantage. So much for the guy that can't read, right? The advantage of the PS4 over the Xbox One currently stand with the console GPU and memory. The PlayStation 4, check it out, GPU is said to be capable of 1.8 teraflops, while it also uses GDDR5 memory for fast memory access at 550 megahertz. Meanwhile, the Xbox One GPU is poorly capable of 1.23 teraflops before the 150 megahertz clock speed boost, and uses DDR3 memory at 2133 megahertz. However, Pinot says that there is more to the story than just numbers on paper. Like I told you before, this guy said Mark Whitman said all Sony did was publish specs on paper. That's all that they did. Now check this shit out. This is where it gets good and juicy. I'm not dismissing the raw performance. I'm stating, as I have stated from the beginning, that the performance delta says performance delta between the two platforms is not as great as raw numbers lead the average consumer to believe. Like I said, Sony's went out and put a bunch of numbers on paper. Like I said, it comes to what's called real world performance. Like I said just before, like 2 months ago, you guys accused me of being a fanboy and all this shit. Maybe this here will make it sound better in your eyes. But check it out. Maybe this where make it sound better. He said, I'm not dismissing the raw, but now he's not knocking the PlayStation 4. He's not saying the console was weak in any means. He said, I'm not dismissing the raw performance. I'm stating, as I have stated from the beginning, that the performance delta between the two platforms is not as great as the raw numbers lead the average consumer to believe. Pinella wrote on NeoGAF, there are things about our system's architecture that is not fully understood, and there are things about theirs as well that brings the two systems into balance. People do understand that Microsoft, check it out. Now, these are not my words; these are their words. Like I said before, and the founder of Atari said this. Ubisoft has said this. Konami have said this. People do understand that Microsoft has some of the smartest graphics programmers in the world. We created DirectX. Booyah! We created DirectX, the standard API that everyone programs against. So while people laud Sony for their hardware skills, you do really think that we don't know how to build a system optimized. Like I told you before, everything in the Xbox One has been customized and optimized. Everything. Build a system optimized for maximize graphics for programs. Seriously, there is no way we're giving up 30% or 40% in the average to Sony. And anyone who has seen both systems running could say there are great looking games on both systems. Is there a really huge performance difference? It would be obvious. So basically, if you're saying the PlayStation 4 had 40%, more powerful, then it would be obvious. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen games from the rip, like for real. If you're saying, like, look, prime example, and they're not sugarcoating anything, you compare the Xbox and the PlayStation 4 games to the Wii U games, night and day. If the PlayStation 4 had these big advantages, like you guys were thinking and all this shit, it would be evident at, E3, Gamescoms, PAX, it would be evident. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. Compare Forza 5 to Drive Club. Forza wins hand, whether you think Rise is a bullshit game or not, Rise is probably the most, so far, I'm not talking about you guys, I'm not talking about a fun factor, I'm talking about visually. It's probably the prettiest looking game so far this generation, just being honest, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about the game, fun, I can't wait to play the game, I'm not talking about the fun factor, I'm just talking about, when you judge a game, you go by the looks, you're talking about this by graphic, Rise is a beautiful looking game. Another thing, Quantum Break, and if rumors are true, even hip hop, a lot of you guys like your shit on hip hop gamer, but I take my hat up to the man. That man is living his dream. You know what I mean? And he even said, hip hop, whether you believe it or not, he's a pony, a Sony pony. And he said before that, he said, the word by the time what you're seeing is they're using what you call digital actors with the inside quantum break in that game. Like you're able to actually move these real people around, these digital characters. Like that is the game. Someone making, but but in the day we're gonna see. But anyway, check this out. We'll get back to what I was saying. You said people do understand that Microsoft has some of the smartest graphics programmers in the world. We created DirectX, the standard API that everyone programs against. So while people laud Sony for their hardware skills, you do really think we don't know how to build a system optimized for maximum graphics for programming? Seriously, there's no way we're giving up 30% advantage to Sony or anyone. And anyone who have seen both systems running could just say they're both great looking consoles. They have both had great looking games. They said it really was that huge of a, huge to say his word. If there really was a huge performance difference, it would be obvious. You guys will see it. All right. Pinot then brought up the similar instance where Sony and fans of the PlayStation proclaimed superior performance with the PlayStation 2 and the PS3, concluding that in the end, games are not some look the same or better. God's honest truth. I'm not saying they haven't built a good system. I'm really saying that anyone who wants to die on their sword over this 30% power advantage are going to be fighting uphill battle for the next 10 years. Whoa, like I said, all that 30. If you guys would, he basically saying, if you guys want to hold on and down to the words saying that, their words are saying that Sony is 30-40% more powerful than the Xbox One, and the games are going to blow, the Xbox One in the water. You're going to be, let down. You're going to be hugely mistaken. Like I said before, and I've said this. Go back to my old tapes. Everything in the Xbox One has been fully optimized. And customized. And even though if they say they do have a 660, 670 AMD graphics, just say that's not going to be your average run-of-the-mill 670 that you buy in the store. It's going to be overclocked and whatever the case may be. Like I'm saying, Microsoft built their console. Like I said, for real, they're going to be able to get all of the power that's in the system. Like just being real, like you say, you can't make Microsoft the best software and development tools around. That's being real. You're not saying that Sony didn't go out and build itself a great machine. He's not saying that. But all you people are talking about the PlayStation 4 is, oh man, it's 40% more powerful, and you're talking about these clock speeds and all that shit. It's called the real world before what you're going to actually see in games. That's what he's saying. If you want to hold on this shit, but this whole broad numbers, 30-40%, and all this, that, and the other, you want to see all that shit? Well, why we don't see all this power inside the games, basically what you're saying. I'm just being real. Now, Microsoft has not come out and fully disclosed all of their specs of what they're using inside the Xbox One. Like I said, it's been not long. There's a rumor to come out as of late. And I did a video about 3 months ago. I just think I said, hey, the niggas say I told you so. Talking about Mike, they may have dual GPUs, but like I said, they have a non-disclosure agreement with AMD. AMD has not yet shown this chip off to the world. And you all know who AMD's biggest competitor is, NVIDIA. So, just take consoles out of the equation right now. But at the end of the day, it's but anyway, he's basically come out saying like all that talking about this shit gonna be 30-40% more powerful than the Xbox One. Shit, man, we got the best. Like it's one thing. Like you think about it, they got all this GDDR5 RAM and that, to play indie games, and I'm just being real. Like, this was classic. They came out and say, hey, if you really think, that the console is just say if it is 40% more powerful. You're not gonna be able to see it in games. You're not seeing it in the game. You go by what you can see. It's one thing to have oh yeah, I got this, I got the Supercell, but your games look like my games. If not, some games that look better on the Xbox One. Prime example, look at Drive Club. I just read an article today. They still drive. They were still battling and trying to get that game up to 60 frames per second. But guess what? 1080p 60 frames per second. The Forza 5 is 1080p 60 frames per second. But you know why? It's much easier for Microsoft and the Xbox One. I'm not saying the Xbox One have its fair share of development problems. And I say this, once these developers learn how to really hone their craft with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, they're really going to blow us. Just take a look at the launch games that came out for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Look at those graphics. Compared to now, they look like comparing a PS2 game to an Xbox 360 game or vice versa. It's not once they learn how to get all the juice about the systems, that we're really going to see some jaw-dropping visuals, you know what I mean? You're right, Hardy, I am illiterate. You're going to see some jaw-dropping visuals, you know what I mean? Like I said, my allergies are killing me, right? I can't wait, and I'm excited. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this is going on for 15 months to wrap this video up, and yeah, like I said, once wait till they master learn how to use this shit. Like they're really gonna. I read an article yesterday that damn it said damn what's the right number here? But the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, and it's a huge number. You know, and I forgot. Geez, I'm just kind of late here. I'm going to have a brain fart. But and the numbers were staggering. You know, I think it was over 50% or whatever the case may be. Basically, something alarming that the Xbox One and the PS4. Don't quote me on this. Say it's 80%. It's going to be 80% more powerful than the average gaming rig inside homes. You know, it's something crazy like that. Fuck it, maybe in going to get my work and go find this article. It's something crazy like they're 80% or something more powerful than the actual consoles inside home. I mean, the actual gaming PCs in home. Now, motherfuckers quick to say that welfare is fuck about the well. I'm on a high end PC. Now, everybody that have PCs, look at your shit. That play games are, up to date. Look at that motherfucker right there. You know what I mean? Now, you know what I mean? That that's my first baby right there. I gotta hook it back up. Long story. But anyway, like everybody goes all out and spend a couple grand on a gaming rig. That's just being real. But anyway, I'm about to wrap this video up, and as I always say, bang, bang. Damn, dope. That was a dope beat he played for me, man. He got that off, man. Let me let that shit take us out, man. How you guys like that? That was dope.
That fucking exposed. Damn, I'm putting that.
Damn! Nigga, you get